Hi all, I'm making this video because I'm really concerned because I removed an admin from my group and the consequences have been severe threats and false accusations upon me. Hi all, I would like to share something that happened because I think that sometimes when things are left unclear, things can be misinterpreted. And yesterday I received a direct threat that I am trying to take down the government, but not only that I am a murderer and that he will expose me, or she, I'm not sure. And I think that's unfortunately the consequences of things that have been happening in the background, and perhaps misinterpretation of what has been going on. And I think it's fundamental that people understand what has happened, even though I don't like to share personal information that has been going on between two parties. In this case, we are dealing with my safety and my children's, because we know that in Mozambique, people can still use personal interests to intimidate and threaten people and even assassinating people, because it's still ongoing. And I believe that it's personal interests that are being driven, and I don't think that we can blame any party-related, nor Frelimo nor Venancio, because of this. But I don't want to go into that because this is not about what's going on politically, but rather what is the reality within our society. Uma que não tá esburacada. Será que você é rico, sou o resto que não tem nada? Crença que tu tens, como é que ela é educada? A água que tu bebes, tem certeza que é tratada? Será que não viras povo quando tiras essa farda? I explained clearly that I had a deadline and that I would revert to as soon as this deadline was up after 10 days, but he kept on pushing for the fact that I'm not Here we are once again seeing a statement which I have no idea what he's talking about, but if such is the case, I apologize. I was not aware of it. Here we are once again in total agreement. I also don't think that this is Frelimo. I think that is personal interest being driven, and for that reason I'm really concerned, because we live in a society where people with money and influence can go on personal vendettas and actually assassinate and threaten people, normal humans that speak up like me. Here we can once again see that I value all human life. I was never given that such list, but I am working hard to get justice for all victims. But unfortunately, this initiative of trying to also include the victims, which are obviously the police as well, because they're also Mozambicans and part of our society. But I didn't get any further feedback on such. My reality about what had happened with me when I was followed by the Cynic guys, and he was very concerned, which I appreciate. Thank you very much. And he said he would like to help, and I said I don't want to be privileged, because my fight is not for myself, but and use privileges for my own advantage, but I would like to work on resolving the matters within Mozambique, and that the average Mozambican also have the same privileges that I do, that all lives matter and that we can all work together, and that nobody should have priority over somebody else. But he insisted in a private chat that, you know, that is the reality that everybody should be facing, and for that reason I shared these screenshots of the number of the allegedly person that came from Cernic, which, as far as I've understood from Boaventura, from Cernic, it's not Cernic agents, but rather thieves or, you know, bandidos that are portraying as Cernic. My concern was because the police station next to where they tried to come and take me in illegally confirmed that this guy was from Cernic. So then we have two people that are above the law, and that should be corrected. But once again, nothing was done about this. I got a message this week stating that he was on his way there to resolve the matter. But then you will read the next message I received just now. This message was sent on Tuesday this week, and I didn't get a reply Tuesday nor Wednesday. By this time I had already exited the group. I left the group for last week, Saturday or Sunday, I think it was, just because it was being destructive and I didn't have time to sit and babysit the group. There was a lot of personal, attacks which had to be removed and whatever. But this week I was contacted by various of members which were concerned because there was personal attacks being done, and I still felt an obligation to keep law and order in the group because, the majority of the members joined while I was an admin still there. And I reinstated myself as an admin simply because I felt responsible for all the members that I just left without informing that I had made such a decision. And that's when all this thing started. Here we will see the first lie, because the person stating that we removed a member. We didn't remove a member as an admin because the law and order wasn't kept in the group, and I'd specifically told them in private that personal attacks are not allowed and we should keep constructive. And despite leaving the group, there's still rules and regulations within the group. This person went on to continue personally attack me and falsely make false allegations, and therefore I removed the person from the group. And that's when I received the threat. So I would like to share the sequence of these messages in the group just for you to understand. So this person then wrote that I wrote, and it goes on, and I deleted, and then I removed the person. I reminded people to keep constructive, and then I shared the threat that I received from this person. And then I reminded again about not involve people with personal drama, and about the rules and the lesson in the group. Makes his reply in the group, which I will screenshot. Reasons why I admin, but he was still a member at that time, was merely because law and order weren't kept in the group, and those had been my conditions for people not going to personal attacks, keep constructive. And we had a deal, which was also that he was going to add me in another group, which he hadn't done. So I work on principles, and if one party does what they promised, the other one should do the same. And I even offered him in private that we should start a different group together where people can go on personal attacks, but I didn't get a reply on that either. I think it's fundamental to know that I am supporting democracy and peace, and I think it's fundamental to understand different views and parallel realities, because I think that's the only way we're going to unite. My real profound concern is a misinterpretation by some of the members. I continue to emphasize exactly the same thing, as concerned about the interpretation of my actions, because my actions are genuine and I really want to see a better Mozambique for everybody. I don't promote violence, nor have I ever done anything to create panic or promote vandalism. And as per his message, I'm going to read: the lack of appreciation for diverse and democratic viewpoints is fundamental. Yes, it is fundamental, and that is why I initially opened up and invited to continue to strive for that everybody has a voice and everybody has the opportunity to express things. But first of all, that the minority within our society will not continue using their privileges and on the expense of the majority. And I am a partidaria, non-partial, and I'm really upset, really hard to work together with him. And I haven't seen any results up to point at all. I am not blaming him. I'm really not. I fully understand that he's very busy and that he takes on a lot of things and he wants well. I just haven't seen any actions or reactions or anything that actually has come out of this other than false accusations, which now has led people to believe certain things about me, which is really worrying, because this is absolutely crazy. And unfortunately, this is sometimes a part of when we're dealing with the reality that we're dealing with, that people start accusing others of wanting to take down the gun of government simply for expressing concern for the majority, for the unprivileged, for the poor people within Mozambique that don't have value, they're not respected. And by such, I am completely against the violence that is happening, and I'm completely against the vandalism as well. And I really wanted to just make sure that everybody gets my version out, because the message that I received yesterday, I'm going to ask if anybody knows how I can get also a clarification of who is behind that. I am working on this from my side as well. But I'm really concerned. I think we need to break down the cycle of inflicting fear and also share fake information about people, because this way we're not going to unite. For making this, I fully am aware that your intentions are good, but I'm really concerned about my safety and what this can lead to, and that's why I needed to clear my name.